Bonjour. Aujourd'hui, je vais vous expliquer le futur antérieur. So today we are going to do the tense le futur antérieur. Comprenons tout d'abord ce que c'est la futur antérieur et où l'on utilise. Let's start with understanding what is futur antérieur and how and where do we use it. Le futur antérieur est un temps du futur, c'est un temps composé. So it's a future tense and it's a compound tense. It's a compound tense because it takes the auxiliary être and avoir. You will understand it better when I'll explain you the formation of futur antérieur. Comprenons maintenant où l'on utilise le futur antérieur. So let's first understand where we use futur antérieur. Futur antérieur can be used in two ways. First of all, tout d'abord, employé avec le futur simple. Le futur antérieur peut s'employer avec le futur simple pour exprimer une action qui aura lieu avant une seconde action au futur. So let's first understand what does it mean. So futur antérieur, first of all, is used with simple future when there are two actions in future and we talk about one of them which finishes first. Understand it better with the help of an example. When I would have finished my studies, I will look for a job. In this sentence, the first sentence that says I would have finished my studies, is a future tense, and I will look for a job is also a future tense. So when both the sentences are in future tense, there is one action which is taking place before the second one. Here, I'll finish my studies first and then I'll look for a job. So the action that finishes first comes in futur antérieur and the action that finishes later is in futur simple. So this sentence in French will be quand j'aurai terminé mes études, je chercherai un emploi. So j'aurai fini is the futur antérieur, je chercherai is futur simple. So this is the first use of futur antérieur. Second one is futur antérieur can also be used alone. Le futur antérieur peut s'employer seul quand on parle d'une action qui se sera achevée à un moment donné. So when we talk about an action in future which would have finished by that time, then also we used futur antérieur. For example, in 2 hours from now, I would have finished my project. J'aurai fini mon projet dans 2 heures d'ici. So that means we are talking about presumption, supposition. We are assuming that this work would have been finished by this particular time. So it is a synonymous of future perfect tense. So if you have understood the use of futur antérieur in the first form with futur simple and the second one that is alone, we can pass on to the formation of futur antérieur. So now you have understood where we use futur antérieur. Let's see how it is formed. Quelle est la construction du futur antérieur? Pour la construction du futur antérieur, on utilise auxiliaire être et avoir au futur simple et on met le participe passé du verbe après. So for the construction of futur antérieur, with the subject, we use the auxiliary être and avoir in simple future tense, and with that we use the participe passé form of the verb. You will have to remember that être and avoir will be used in the similar manner as we used to do it in passé composé. So Dr. Mrs. Van der Tramp list if you remember, or Edmund list if you remember. So whatever list, you will have to follow the same rules. Looking at one example here of finir. Now finir takes the auxiliary avoir. So in future tense, avoir is j'aurai. If you remember, it is AUR and then we put the ending AIASA, ONS, EZ, ONT. And être in future is je serai, SER, and we put the ending AIASA, ONS, EZ, ONT. So look at this example. Finir in futur antérieur takes auxiliary avoir, so we would do j'aurai fini. Subject, auxiliary avoir in futur simple, and past participle form of the verb finir, which is fini. So you look here, it's j'aurai fini, tu auras fini, il aura fini. And similarly with être, partir takes the auxiliary être. We have done je serai parti, tu seras parti. Do not forget to use accord because whenever we have auxiliary être, we use the accord. When it is feminine, we put E. When it is plural, we put S. When it is feminine plural, we put ES. So similarly, you can conjugate all the verbs in futur antérieur and you can see the use also of futur antérieur. I hope you would have understood le futur antérieur, its use and its formation. Keep practicing and keep waiting for the next videos. Thank you. Au revoir. À bientôt.